All right, thank you very much. Welcome back to this episode. Today we are going to look at what next after creating an account. So we assume you've created your account. So I'll log in. Sorry. I'll log in with my credentials. And once you are in, we will go straight to network. And in the network, you need to create a network zone. So network zone help you to divide your community network into manageable zones so that you can be able to troubleshoot, track performance, and know what is happening at which level. So I'll create maybe I'll just write test zone. Then it automatically creates a code for your zone. And then we can say this is a test zone. You can give it the description, maybe the area where you're covering or the services that are in that zone. And then estimated population, let's say we are estimating to maybe serve 3,000 within that particular zone. And yeah, you can see our first zone here. So once you create this, it will be able to show you the number of sites that have been deployed in that zone, the number of subscribers in that zone, and the revenue you are generating within that particular zone. And probably if you can be able to see the details. So here, it gives you a more detailed insight of the sites, the MikroTik or the gateways that you have there, subscribers that you have there, and revenue that you are generating. And it also shows you a trend for the last 6 months on how your zone is performing, comparing this year and last year. And it also gives you sites in this and the MikroTik. So what I want to do is to create a site within the network. So you go to sites and we can create test site. So this site, we can click here to generate its site code, and we are going to put it under test zone. And depending on what you want to make it look like, it can be a micropop, it can be user site, it can be manhole hotspot. Or so for me, I want to probably make it an hotspot site, and we can say this is test location, and the test location. And we can be able to add latitudes and longitudes so that it is mapped in the network map. And we can also give let's say 1.2345, 36. So these ones are values that you need to get from your live location. And then we can give optional. This is optional, but you can just give a description. Maybe this is hotspot at test market. Okay. A test market. And whether it is active or not, then we can be able to, create that site. So we have this site, which is now active. And if you look at it keenly, you will also be able to see whether you have MikroTik in this site and the hotspot and even the PPO users. If it is, for this case, we've created a hotspot one, so we'll be able to see the hotspot users only and the MikroTik that has been attached to it and the revenues that we get in that particular site. Then after that, probably you'd want to see the equipment. You could be able to add equipment in it. If you come, you can go ahead and add an equipment in that. So maybe it is a repeater or whatever equipment or an access point. And you now select the zone and the site where you want this equipment to be located. So once you have all this data, you can be able to add and save, and you will have a clear view of your network. Going with this one, I probably can show you. So this is probably a test equipment, and you can be able to see the credentials, the test credentials. And you might be wondering if these are constant, these are pre-generated and very much secure. And you can always come to credentials and then manage credentials. You can regenerate a million ways. You can generate new password, you can generate new pre-shared key, and you save them to that particular device. And the other thing that this platform allows you to do on equipment and network is to export this into an offline Excel file that you can be able to manage later on or share internally. Yeah, so that is all about the zone. Remember, I have to remind you that this platform divides your network into two major components. One is a zone, which is a more sizable, a little bigger region or sections of your network that you can be able to manage separately. And in every zone, you are likely to have several other sites. It could be homes, network operating centers. It could be hotspot. It could be wherever manuals and all that. So you can be able to add very many sites in each particular zone. And in every site, what you know that a site must have an equipment, at least one. So that equipment, whether passive or active, you can be able to add it on each site, and then now you'll be able to track. And this helps you a lot when you want to troubleshoot your network. You want to have an eye, and also maybe just to assign your network, experts or network technicians, specific sites, specific regions or zones to manage. So it becomes very easy, and you can be able to know whether which zone is performing well and which one is not performing well, because at every zone, we are giving you a detailed, uh, you know, overview of how many sites you have, how many microticks you have, how much you are generating in that. So if it is not giving you resources, you can be able to tell. If it does give you resources, then you can also be able to tell. So you can now plan on how to plug in your resources or put in money based on the need by need case. If site A zone A probably need more attention, you can be able to move more team into it to beef it up so that it can catch up with the rest, and you'll be able to know the revenue performance. And that is what I want to share with you. And thank you for listening.